So what is a high-low read? Every quarterback should know about it. Today, I'm going to take a page from my Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook, and I'm going to show you how to read it with 78X hook with a little quarterback training starting right now. Hey everybody, welcome to Elite Athletes TV. I'm Mike Pawlawski, former 11-year pro quarterback and the quarterback coach here at EliteAthletesTV.com. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so that every time there's new content coming out, you can learn the game. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you like what I'm doing here, and give me a comment. Tell me what you would like to learn. Ask me any questions. I'm happy to answer them for you. Every offense ever invented has what's called a high-low read. It's a 2-on-1, and you're trying to affect a single defender, trying to attack them. I've shown you a video on the triangle read, and if you haven't seen it, I'll put up a note card right here so that you can check it out. It'll also be in the comment section down below. But today I want to talk about a high-low read. As a quarterback, it's one of the most useful and easiest tools in your arsenal because you're essentially using a 2-on-1, two receivers in the same space that's supposed to be covered by one defender. Today, from my Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook, we're going to look at 78X hook, and then I'm going to go back to my college days in my Cal playbook, and we're going to look at power pass. Both of them are using the same exact technique with that high-low read. I'll draw it up for you, and we'll talk through how you should read it. So you see here, 92 Tampa Bay Buccaneers playbook, and this is 78X hook. Again, this is what's called weak flow pass protection here. You're going to get both backs flowing to the weak side of the call. Fullback in this case is going to be the blocking man coming in, and you have a free release by your tailback in the flat. So Sam's offense, Sam Weich, was a pure progression offense. And so as a quarterback, we're running the 78X hook. You've got your X on that 16-yard hook, your halfback, as we talked about, your H on that free release, 5 to 7 yards, no sit down. You can see that note right there. He has to run all the way to the sideline. And so as a quarterback, what you're trying to do is read whoever has that flat defender. If you've got a cover 3 on, you'll have a corner, safety, corner, and then your weak outside linebacker, your will backer, will be the one who has to cover this flat. If he flies out and hunts up that hook, you've got the easy shot here. What happens more times than not is that will linebacker ends up chasing this flat, and the hook comes open right behind him. And so in the progression system with Sam, you can see the read went X hook number 1. So here's number 1. Then you came down to the halfback fan. That's your high-low read. Makes it super simple. 2-on-1, like I said. Will linebacker right there, that's your read. Now, what happens if they play cover 2? Well, in that case, if you got a corner on the outside, safety over the top, you're going to get the same thing. As number 1 goes vertical with that inside release, then that halfback comes at the corner. If the corner chases that and falls underneath it, you've got your easy flat route to the halfback out of the backfield. If the corner sees that coming and settles, then you have the hook inside. A couple of notes on this play. You can see the note here. In the audible, if we check, it's an automatic hum motion. That means this halfback is going to come out and motion down to try to affect it to see if we can find man coverage. If we expect that free safety blitz, so free safety coming down, and he's going to come on that blitz, now our X on the outside has the adjustment. That is now middle of the field open. Generally, if they're going to bring that free safety blitz, you're going to get some kind of cover 0. Now, that is your alert, your home run shot. So as a quarterback, audibilizing to this, you get free safety blitz. You're going to pick it up with your back. You've got 6 in here because your tight end is on a sit, on a delay drag. And so you've got a shot to throw the home run down the middle of the field. Now, if your first 2 aren't open, if you don't like it for some reason, something happens over here, you always still have a 2-on-1 stretch to the strong side. So your Z on a narrow split is going to come down and run what's called a get open. Sam called a get open. It's really a curl, and then he can slide to find that open window. And then your tight end, again, on that check drag out to that 4x4. So 4 yards deep, 4 yards off the sideline. and that gives you a horizontal stretch here. So you have a high-low back into the boundary over here, a high-low stretch this way, 2-on-1, and you have a horizontal stretch here coming back to the field or back to the strong side to the play. And so it's a nice way to run this play. It's a good way to get open. Quarterback has options everywhere. And then if your back doesn't block, if he actually gets out as a quarterback, you end up with a triangle read as well. And so it's an easy read for a quarterback. That 2-on-1, high-low read, it cleans up really quickly. You get that stretch on whoever's in that flat defender role, and it makes it super simple. You can also run it, as you see down below here, with a comeback. Same thing with the flat underneath. Now, it makes it a little easier for a corner to play that in the middle, play in between it. But it's the same exact read. High-low on this side, horizontal stretch here, 2-on-1. And then if your back gets out, now that same triangle read that you had before. Another way to run this as well, especially if you get cover 2, corner here, safety here, you can run this with a inside release dog leg corner, still run that flat route right at him. You're still going high and low on that corner. And then again, if the sit down gets out, you have that triangle read one more time. So 3 different ways of running it, same exact play, getting a good look for a quarterback. Now we'll take a look at my Cal playbook, and I'll show you how we ran it out of play action here. And so this is power pass, and this was literally the base play in power pass. We tagged a lot of our routes in power pass. We used the digit system. And so we had power pass 95 and power pass 48, different looks like this. In this case, this would be a 48. Z gets the first number in this. This is the Z in this Cal offense. X gets the second number. So in our digit system, the curl route was a 4, the post was an 8. So this is power pass 48, but because it was the basic play that we started with out of power pass, we just called it power pass straight across the board. Again, you can see the notes back then. Play called from I left, and so tight end left, staying in to block here. So you have solid protection up front. You got 5 linemen, tight end, that makes 6, and then your tailback is an added blocker. So 7 guys in protection, 3 guys in the route. And again, the same exact read. You have a hook inside, or a curl as we called it, and then fullback gets out. What he is supposed to do, and you can see down here, is run directly at the end man on the line of scrimmage, look for dip and run. So he's going to look like he's blocking him, like it's power. He's going to dip underneath him and get out to that flat. Gives you that quick high-low in the flat for the quarterback to make that read. A couple of notes that you can see in here is versus a soft corner, your break point's at 14 yards. Versus a hard corner, you're going to inside release. That was a huge one on this play. So you see here, cover 2, hard corner, you have to get that inside release to come back for the hook. If you outside release, now that corner can soft play both of them. You're too wide, makes it a longer throw for the quarterback and tough to get to. For the X, explode off the line of scrimmage. Break point is also 14 yards for that post. You want to stay thin and away from the free safety versus 3 deep. As a quarterback, this guy is going to take you to the opposite side. You don't have numbers. It's 2-on-1 over here. And so what you're trying to do, again, on the backside is work this will. But if they were to invert, say they roll this free safety down, roll that strong safety back out, and they run cover 3 invert, and if you haven't seen my video on cover 3, I'll put that up at the top of the screen in a card, also in the notes down below. Now, this post on the back side, you run that skinny post, it's 1-on-1 on that corner with this strong safety rolling away. If you can hit that, he catches it in stride, and that is 6 points. And so a lot of good stuff happening in this route. So that's a look at the hook route, the high-low read. Again, it can be a comeback. You can put it out there with the corner. You can do it with that hook. But getting that high-low read in the flat cleans up really quickly for a quarterback. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notified every time that new content comes out. Please give me a thumbs up if you understand that high-low read now. I would love to hear from you. Give me a comment down below. Ask me any questions. If you want me to clarify something here, I'm happy to do it. If there's something that you would like to learn, please put a comment down below and I'll make a video for you. I appreciate you watching today. You have a little better knowledge of how to run that high-low read into the boundary. Every quarterback needs to know it. NFL quarterbacks, college quarterbacks, all those guys execute this to perfection. You need to do it too. I appreciate you watching, and I'll catch you next time for quarterback training.